In this video, we will go over the procedure to create a multi-view drawing, including the necessary views and dimensions of the cylinder support design. First, we should consider the different features of the design. For the multi-view drawing, we need to create the three standard orthographic views: the front view, top view, and side view to fully describe the different features of the design. The front view is needed to describe the large cylinder. The side view is needed for the small hole, and the top view is needed to describe the thickness of the cylinder and the back wall. So let us begin. We will first set up the different layers. Open the Layer Properties Manager. We will set up 5 layers: the Center Lines layer, Construction Lines layer, the Dimension layer, the Hidden Lines layer, and the Object Lines layer. The same layers as described in the tutorial of the chapter. Let us set the construction layer as the current layer. Close the Layer Properties Manager dialog box. We will begin with creating construction lines. Activate the construction line command. In the status toolbar, switch on the snap option, the grid display option, the object snap tracking, and the line weight display options. We will start with the front view region. Since the large cylinder is the main feature of the design, we will start with the center location of the feature. Create a horizontal line and a vertical line. We will use the intersection of these two lines as the center point of the front view. We will create additional construction lines using the offset command. The width of the design is 1 inch. In the status toolbar, turn off the snap option so that it is easier to select. Pick the horizontal line and place an offset line below it. Hit the spacebar once to end the command. Hit the spacebar again to repeat the offset command. The height of the design is 2. Pick the top horizontal line and place an offset line above the selected line. This new line will be used to define the beginning of the top view region. We will continue to add more construction lines to define the regions for the 3 views. Repeat the offset command. Enter 1.5 as the offset distance. Pick the top horizontal line. Place another horizontal line above it. The thickness of the design is 1.5, so these 2 lines will be used to define the edges of the top view. We will also set up the side view region. Repeat the offset command. I am hitting the spacebar twice to very quickly end the command, then repeat the command. Enter 2.25 as the offset distance. Pick the vertical line. Place a new vertical line towards the right. This line will be used to define the right edge of the front view. Repeat the offset command. Enter 0.375 as the offset distance. Pick the vertical line on the right. Place a new vertical line towards the left. Repeat the offset command. We will leave 1.5 inches space in between the front view and the side view. Pick the vertical line on the right. Place a new vertical line towards the right. The depth of the design is 1.5 inches. Pick the vertical line on the right. Place a new vertical line on the right. We have roughly established regions for the 3 views. The side view region over here, the front view is next to it, and the top view in the top region. The upper right region is for setting up the miter line. Let us add the miter line. Activate the line command. Create the miter line by clicking on the 2 opposite corners in the region. Let us add more construction lines in the front view. Activate the offset command. Enter 0.75 as the offset distance. Pick the bottom horizontal line. Add another horizontal line above it. Repeat the offset command. Enter 0.5 as the offset distance. Pick the top horizontal line. Place another horizontal line below. We will create another offset line just below it. Pick the horizontal line we just created. Add a new line just below it. Next, we will bring up the Object Snap toolbar to help the construction of the views. Go to Tools, Toolbars, AutoCAD, and select Object Snap. We will now begin to create the object lines in the front view. In the Layer Control toolbar, set the object line layer as the current layer. Let us create 2 circles first. Activate the Center Diameter Circle command. We will align the center point of the new circle by attaching to the top intersection point in the front view region. Enter 2 as the diameter and create the circle. Repeat the circle command. Create another circle at the same location with a diameter of 1.5. Activate the line command. Start at the bottom of the circle to create the outline of the front view. This line needs to stop at the tangency point. Activate the Snap to Tangent option in the Object Snap toolbar. Pick the circle to create the line. Hit the spacebar once to end the line command. Repeat the line command. Add a vertical line on the inside of the front view. We will next work on the outline of the top view. Repeat the line command. We will start at the lower left-hand corner of the top view. With the Object Snap and Tracking options turned on, we can very quickly create the outline of the design by snapping to the different locations on the construction lines. This line needs to stop at the tangency point. The location of the tangency point can be projected from the front view. So using the Auto Tracking option, we can very quickly create the line. Repeat the line command. Start at the lower left-hand corner of the top view again, and we will use the front view to identify the corners for the top view. Now that we have completed the object lines in the top view, we will work on the side view. Let's first use the miter line to transfer some of the measurements from the top view to the side view. In the Layer Control toolbar, set the construction layer as the current layer. Activate the Construction Line command. Right mouse click once to bring up the option list and select Vertical. Go to the intersections of the miter line and the horizontal lines to create the vertical construction lines. Set the Object Lines layer as the current layer. Now we will add the object lines to the side view. Activate the Line command and we will start at the upper left corner of the side view. The outline of the side view can be determined by using the construction lines projecting the needed measurements from the front and top views. We are just connecting the dots to form the outlines of the design. We also need to establish the rectangular surface in the side view. Add a horizontal line and then a vertical line to form the surface. We also have an inclined surface that is visible in the side view. The surface is also visible in the top view. So we will go to the top corner of the rectangular surface we just created and create the inclined surface. The last vertical line needs to stop at the tangency point, which can be located by projecting from the front view. On the rectangular surface, we have a hole feature. To draw the circle, we can create additional construction lines or use the Snap From option available in the Object Snap toolbar. Activate the Center Diameter Circle command. Use the Snap From option in the Object Snap toolbar. Pick the lower right-hand corner of the side view as a reference point. Enter at -0.75, 0.375 to align the center point. Enter 0.25 as the diameter of the circle. Now that we have created the hole feature in the side view, let us transfer those measurements back to the top view. In the Layer Control toolbar, set the construction layer as the current layer. Activate the Construction Line command. Right mouse click once to bring up the option list and select horizontal. Click on the center of the small circle to add a horizontal line through it. Hit the spacebar once to end the command. Repeat the construction line command. Right mouse click once to bring up the option list and select vertical. Click on the center of the small circle to add a vertical line through it. And click on the intersection points next to the center point and create two vertical lines. Hit the spacebar once to end the command. Repeat the construction line command. Right mouse click once to bring up the option list and select horizontal. Go to the three intersections of the miter line and the vertical lines for the measurements of the whole feature. We will next add the hidden lines in the views. Set the hidden line layer as the current layer. For the front view, we need two hidden lines showing the small hole feature. Two hidden lines are needed in the top view for the same hole feature. For the top view, we also need two hidden lines in the top view for the diameter 1.5 feature. Again, we will use the object snap tracking option to create the lines. For the same hole feature, two hidden lines are also needed in the side view. We still need one more hidden line in the side view to represent the inside vertical plane. The plane appears as an edge view and in both the side view and the top view. So add the two hidden lines showing the plane in the side view and the top view. In the layer control toolbar, set the centerline layer as the current layer. First, add the center lines for the small hole feature in the front view. Notice the object snap tracking option makes the creation of center lines relatively easy. Add another center line for the small hole feature in the top view. Repeat the same steps and add the other center lines in the top view and in the side view. Now notice some of these center lines look like solid lines. We can adjust these lines through the object properties. Pre-select the 5 lines that appeared as solid lines. Right mouse click once to bring up the option list and choose Properties. We will adjust what is called the line type scale variable. Change it to 0.25. Close the dialog box and notice the center lines are showing as dashes now. Turn off the construction layer. We will next add dimensions to our drawing. Go to Tools, Toolbars, AutoCAD, and Dimension. Click on the last icon in the Dimension toolbar to start a new dimension style. Click on the New Style button. Enter Mechanical as the new dimension style name. Click Continue. Go to the Primary Units tab. Set to show 2 digits after the decimal point. Click on the Lines tab. Set the Extend Beyond Dimension lines to 0.125. In the Symbols and Arrows tab, set the arrow size to 0.125. Set the center mark size to 0.125. And set the center marks option to line. In the Text tab, set the text height to 0.125. Click OK. Notice that the new dimension style is set as the current dimension style. Click Close. Now confirm the current layer is still set to the centerlines layer. We will use the centermark command and add a few centerlines in the front view. Select the large circle in the front view to add the center marks. Next, we will switch to using the dimensions layer as the current layer. We will use the linear dimension command. We will start with the front view, add the width dimension of the part. Place the dimension below the view, and the height dimension on the right. For the top view, let us begin with the size of the cylinder. Notice the number does not show a diameter symbol. Double-click on the dimension to enter the edit mode. In the control panel above, choose Insert Symbol, Diameter. Notice we can also use the special code %%C. Click Close to exit the text editor. We also need a width dimension for the feature on the right. Notice we are only showing 2 digits after the decimal point. Pre-select the dimension. Right mouse click to bring up the option list. Choose Precision, and set to showing 3 digits after the decimal point. We will continue with the linear dimension command. Add the thickness on the right, the thickness of the cylinder on the left. Also add the thickness of the back section. Now this dimension is a bit crowded at the current location. We can use the drag and drop approach to reposition it. Hit the Escape key once to deselect. The only feature left to dimension is this small hole feature in the side view. Repeat the linear dimension command. We will first add the location dimensions. Measuring from the back side, we have the 0.75 dimension. And measuring from the bottom edge, we have the height dimension. Next, use the diameter dimension command to add dimensions to the 2 hole features. We have completed the creation of the necessary views for the cylinder support design.